Damn, why is it so dark? Wait, hold up. I'll cast it at this angle. What's going on, vlog? Welcome back. I'm in my car, obviously, if you couldn't tell, trying to get the lighting right. It's a little tough. It's coming this way. Why didn't they just turn it the other way? Anyway, just wanted to jump in real quick and just, I guess, update you guys on what I've been doing and how everything's going and stuff like that. So, I also want to take a moment to, talk about, the things that I do, on a daily right now and, the just part of the journey. It's a pretty difficult thing that I do every single day, and it's part of my journey. I want to make people aware of it before my journey changes, because this situation that I'm in right now is not going to be forever. Obviously it's going to change and stuff like that. So what I mean by that is that I've been training with Noah and O's Films for 4 months now. I think it's been since end of July, so August, September, October, and now we're going into the 4th month. So consistently for about 4 months now. So Monday through Friday, I'm training with Noah and O's Films. Come on, there we go. Noah and O's Films, once or twice a day. And now that we have a routine and stuff like that, I think Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays were the 2-a-days, and then Tuesday and Thursdays was 1-a-day. I'd look at it again. But it's pretty similar to what we've already been doing. The one thing I want to mention is that the light went out. No! Come back on. Okay. One thing I wanted to mention was that I live in Redlands, California, and I drive to Torrance every day to train. So Torrance is 80 miles east of where I currently am staying. So usually, depending on what time I have to be there, let's say I have to be there at 9 a.m., I have to leave here at 6 a.m. because sometimes the traffic gets so bad, it takes me 3 hours to get there. 3 hours of sitting in traffic. And then if I leave in later in the evening, or if there's a second session, or we do just the weights and the martial arts training all at once in the morning, and then I leave later in the evening, I'm sitting in traffic again for another 2.5, maybe even 3 hours. So minimum I'm doing 4 or 5 hours of driving every single day, Monday through Friday. But I'm just pushing for getting better as a martial artist. And I do know for sure I don't think I'll be moving any closer, or moving into California at all. I don't think that's going to be a option for me. I don't think I would really want that either, because let's say I get booked on something else and then I'm away for 3 or 4 months and I'm paying rent on something that I'm not even using, and it's just taken away from it. It just depends on what happens. So it's Saturday right now. I have Sunday tomorrow. I'm going to rest again. This past week was pretty brutal. We went down to San Diego for tricking at a spring floor gym. God damn it, this fucking light. A spring floor gym, and I ended up straining my shoulder a little bit, trying to do backflips, land on my face a few times. You can see I don't know if you can see, I got a little mark right here. It was an interesting time, just trying to level up and just trying to get better and stuff like that. And crashing and falling and burning is part of the process. And, it was quite my whole body still hurts from that. My ribs hurt from it still. Of course, my shoulder, lower back is killing me. And, we're just taking it day by day. Mondays begins the, harder training. So it's 2-a-days. It's martial arts training and then, weightlifting. I think Tuesdays is only 1-a-day. I think it's, martial arts training and, the weights put together. I have to look at it again. But I know Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are the 2-a-days, and it's pretty much what we've been doing anyway. We do 2-a-days every other day or whatever, so it's not really that big of a deal. But there are days it gets pretty difficult for me, at least. I'm broken, I'm injured, I'm hurting. But I don't think I'll ever get to the point where I want to give up on my journey in general, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now, is just focusing on getting good for the movie. That's my number one objective right now, getting good for the movie. And then after that, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to continue to stay in Redlands or not. Because staying in Redlands is pretty expensive, because every day I have to buy at least one meal. So I get Chipotle at least once a day to get some food, some sustenance in my body, so I can function and everything like that. But I'm pretty limited because my money is pretty limited right now. So the drive to get to Redlands and to come back, if it's a 3 hour drive there and back, that's half my gas tank right there. I have to fill up like every other day. If that's the consistency of the traffic, I have to fill up every other day, which is super expensive, and it's gonna run through my money pretty fast. So I'm watching it. I'm seeing how everything is going. Right now, I'm doing decently. Like, I'm okay, but if I don't get any help here soon, it's going to force me to go back to Vegas. So I don't know. I'm just playing it by ear every single day. It's kind of, I don't know. It's just a journey, man. I'm trying to figure it out. I just know that I need to try to be here as much as I can so that I can train and be ready for the movie, help them with the movie, make the movie, and then once the movie is completely done and they go into post, it's gonna be like the editing and stuff like that. I think, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to stay or not. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I'll play it by ear, but yeah. I don't know if that made a lot of sense. I kind of rambled all over the place, but um, summary. I'm in Redlands. I drive from Redlands to Torrance every single day, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturdays, depending on if they want to do meetings and stuff. We train. I get there, we train. My body's taking a toll. It's hurting. I'm feeling it, pretty heavily right now. But I don't see myself ever quitting, especially if I set my mind to something. It's like it's gonna happen. Or after he's made and they go into post, they start focusing mainly on editing and stuff like that, and then their projects are gonna shift towards other things. I think I might go back to Vegas for a little while, depending on my money situation. I don't know I don't even know if my money situation is good. I don't even know if I want to stay out here because it's so expensive and it's draining so much. My car is getting beaten down. The wear and tear on my car is going up every single day because I'm literally driving it pretty much every single day. I don't think there's one day that I don't drive my car. Like, I'm always driving my car. And I don't like to, I think I mentioned before, I don't like to overestimate the abilities of my car, even though it's new or if it's like in good shape. You just never know what's going to happen. So playing it by ear. It's November. So we'll see what happens in December. I think it's going to be a pre-production kind of phase for a little while, training really hard, all that good stuff. And I think the trajectory for the movie production, like starting to shoot it, is going to be in like March or April. It's going to be super exciting. I'm super excited. It's just a matter of, if my money can, if I can handle it with my money, man, because I'm not, all the money that I'm making right now, I'm not really making any money. All the money is from my family. They're helping me out. If it wasn't for them, I would not be here right now. And it's almost getting to that point. So, yeah, that's the first part for this. Sorry about the lighting. It's, I'm waiting for my family to get back so I can get in the house. But I thought it'd be a good time to jump in real quick, talk about my journey, what I'm dealing with every day. It's pretty tough, man. Not a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people could do this. It's pretty difficult. But yeah, hope you guys are doing good. I'll see you guys in the next part. What's going on, vlog? I'm actually editing the vlog for this piece right now, and I realized I didn't explain kind of what's going on. Let me mute this real quick. All right, so I just watched the pieces that I've recorded back in November, and I didn't do anything for December or like the first half of January. So like, let me explain what happened. So first part of the vlog, you already saw it. I was explaining my situation at the time, and then like, preparing for what I was going to do at that current time. I do say in the beginning sometimes, I'm talking about like my money situation and how that's affecting me and whether or not that it's going to force me to go back to Vegas. And it basically did. So basically I had to go back to Vegas because my money situation ran really low. I couldn't afford food anymore. Like I had to leave. And then another situation in November came up, and that also forced me to go back as well. I have a student loan that I usually pay for and stuff, but because of some complications, that actually caught up to me, and it was like knocking on my door. So I had to find a way to address that as fast as possible. So by Thanksgiving, I was already back in Vegas, and at the time I was working with O's Films and Noah and training with them. I was telling Noah that I need to go back for 7 days because I need to try to figure out what's going on with the money situation with the loan, which I thought I could have handled in 7 days. I thought I was going to be taken care of. That didn't end up happening. And before I left, we were planning on he was planning on finding a way to integrate me within the team to be a part of the movie making process, and then being part of O's films in general, because there was the movie was progressing forward, but there was no 100% greenlit sign yet. So on my way back, so the seventh day of that Vegas thing, the seventh day, what's the seventh day? I'm trying to remember it correctly. Anyway, I was going back because I had to go to the meeting. I had to go to a meeting with those films and Noah and all of them and stuff like that to plan out what we're going to do. Like I said, the movie hasn't been, at that time, wasn't 100% greenlit. So Noah was planning on trying to find a use for me within the team because he was moving to Calabasas. That's what it was. So I originally said we trained in Torrance. He was moving to Calabasas to live with one of his really good friends. And, he's going to train him, and, in exchange, he can live there and pay rent. And, he's going to live in Calabasas, basically, which makes actually my drive farther. That's actually farther. It's maybe, in distance-wise, it's probably 10 or 20 more miles west, right? So that would affect how I was going to get there back and forth. He was offering me to come stay with them, but I had to, be of value. With them being in Torrance before, I was just going to train every day, and I was kind of being integrated, but it wasn't for sure. This was a for sure thing, because in order for me to continue training with them, I'd have to now drive to Calabasas every day, which is even farther, it would have been difficult to do, more difficult than what I was already doing. So he wanted me to come, live with them, and he wanted me to become an editor for the IG Reels or a podcast, and host of the podcast, which is all great, very good opportunities. And being in that area, being in Calabasas, Woodland Hills, that's the hub of connectivity, and it would have. I mean, I don't know what could have happened. Nothing's guaranteed, but it probably could have propelled my career faster forward. Whatever, it was a great opportunity. At first, I was like, "Yeah, man, it sounds great," or whatever. Then, kind of thinking about it more and more, and then of course talking with my dad about it, my family about it, and stuff like that, just seeing what they think. I realized that if I would have gotten integrated with O's Films, it would have been very difficult for me to do things freely. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I'm more than willing to sacrifice anything to be an actor, to be like if I was, preparing for a movie role or whatever it is. But I was realizing that O's Films doesn't need another actor. Being an actor doesn't bring value to the team. So I had to make a decision, right? And I made a decision whether or not to go through with it, be an editor, be a podcast host, be whatever they need outside of acting. Not saying that they would never give me acting chances, but do stuff outside of acting until I was given an opportunity, whether it was from them or some other way, in terms of acting. But in terms of pure acting, they didn't need that. The team doesn't need another actor. So I had to make a decision whether or not I wanted to commit myself to that kind of lifestyle for an X amount of time, because it's all I just don't know. There's nothing, you can't predict it. There's nothing guaranteed, right? So the decision I made, it took me a little bit to think about it and come to a conclusion, because I was just I don't really know what I want to do. I knew I need to make money. So I needed to make money, and I need to continue on my path. Those are the two things I needed to do. So I realized that, I didn't want to do those things. I don't think I would have been happy doing that, because I would have been living with them and, training and all that. And, it would have been fine or whatever, but I don't think I would have been happy because of how restrictive my freedom would have been. Because going back home for Thanksgiving was kind of tough for me. Noah was like, I need you for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can go back for 4 days and come back, whatever. And I was like, I kind of want to just go back for 7 days, or what if I want to leave for 3 weeks and go to the East Coast and see my family on the East Coast? You know what I'm saying? Again, it's different if I'm sacrificing that time to do a role, an acting or movie role, whatever it is, or, I'm preparing for that. That's different. But to do the editing or, anything outside of, acting and everything like that. I know I wouldn't have been happy. I wouldn't have of like, it would have felt like a job at that point. And you know, I originally, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just do IT. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stopped doing IT, because I saved up enough money to where I could start pursuing my dream full time. If I'm gonna go back and just, you know, try to make a guaranteed paycheck, I have the degree to do that. I mean, I might as well just do that instead, because I, even with the IT degree, I can make the money guaranteed, right? Because I'll be on salary or whatever, and still do the things I want to do outside of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of thing I was thinking about. It's not that I didn't want to be part of the team, and you know, I did enjoy being with them. They're awesome and stuff like that. I just needed to make a decision for me. So how happy it makes me, and is it getting me closer to my goal? It's getting me closer to my goal, but I just looking forward, predicting, seeing it in the future, I just knew that I wouldn't have been happy. And I had to make that choice. That was a very hard decision to make. It's very hard to say, you know, thank you for the opportunity, but I'm gonna have to pass on it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you train for them. I trained with them for like 4 or 5 months. You know, we're still really close and everything like that. I'm actually doing a stunt gig with them on Thursday as of this recording. So, you know, I'll be doing that with them, and hopefully we can have a relationship where they can, you know, they would need me on a project by project basis. We can do it that way. But I don't think I have any desire to be a part of like an integral part of O's films, you know, unless they needed another actor, which they don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't need another actor. So the journey that I have chosen, so I've gone back to Vegas. I've been there since like Thanksgiving. I came back to LA for something, I forget what it was. I think it was just like a small little event or whatever. And then went back to Vegas all of December. I kind of just went back to what I was doing before. So I started putting in auditions and stuff like that. I got a stunt gig that I've been working on. So I'm currently in Redlands right now, and I've been working on a stunt gig for, I actually did it yesterday and the day before that. It's the best paying gig I've gotten so far. So that's really cool. And then of course the thing with Noah, it's coming up. They're going to pay me as well. And I started a different acting class in Vegas. The guy, again, nothing's guaranteed, but the guy that runs it, he said, you know, he's got a lot of connections. He says, if I come back to the class, because I was only there for the week, and I was like, I'm about to leave because I have to go do these gigs. But, you know, he was telling me that after watching, like, you have to like display your skills. I did like a scene that he gave me in front of the class, and he can tell like immediately if I had a talent for acting. So he says he wants to set up a meeting with an agent, and he wants me to have a monologue prepared for that meeting. And I'm like, man, that's fine. There's nothing guaranteed. And like, there's no guarantee that the agent's going to be like, yeah, we want him. And there's no guarantee that even if I get the agent, you know, I'll get what I want. The goal for this year for me for acting is to become SAG eligible and potentially join the union. That is my goal for this year. Last year it was doing as many projects as I can to build my reel. I've gotten a lot of stuff from last year, so I'm ready to try the bigger things. I just need someone that can help me get to that, because when you're outside of SAG, you don't get those big opportunities unless you have someone that knows someone inside and all that other stuff. So becoming SAG is my goal. The agent, this acting class could be my ticket to that. I don't know. Nothing's guaranteed. I'm just doing the best I can every single day and going along with that. But yeah, so back in Vegas now, and I just come back to LA on a project by project basis. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right? I'm door dashing to make money when I can, like as a side. So I DoorDash when I go back to Vegas and try to make money for the bills and stuff that I have, and then get the YouTube money that still comes in. But yeah, I just wanted to like clarify that, because like I didn't talk about it at all. I didn't realize that I didn't do any vlogging from like that first part till now. It was like, that's like 6 weeks, 6 weeks of stuff. I just want to make sure I'm getting as much as I can, because I don't remember anything else. But yeah, that's it. I mean, things change, man. You just never know. Nothing's guaranteed, and everything goes, you know, it's just, I don't know. Everything happens for a reason, right? And it was not on bad terms or anything like that. It was just a hard decision for me to make, because, you know, he was extending an opportunity that he doesn't extend to really anyone. And it took a lot to say, like, completely like no, I'm good, or no, this is the path I'm going to take, kind of thing. And um, it like I said, I really enjoyed being with him like that. But our mindsets are a little different. Noah wants to become the best at what he does, and I would love to become the best of, I would love to be the best actor that I can. But that's not really my goal. Like, my goal right now is to become a working actor. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be a working actor. If I can make $50,000 a year being an actor, that's okay. That's okay for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Money doesn't drive me. Of course, I need money to live and survive and buy the stuff that I need, but it doesn't drive me. My passion for acting, and of course, my happiness. I think being happy. I've said it in my vlog before. But I think being happy is one of the, like, that's like something that you should strive to want to be as a human. Some people have other things that they strive for, and that fulfills them. Fine. For me, it's happiness, because if I'm happy, then I don't need anything else outside of me, and that's where I want to always be at. I always want to be at a point where I don't need anyone else. I don't need people or things or anything outside of me to be happy. I just, whatever it is I'm doing, whether I'm relaxing or making a video or acting, or I'm with someone or I'm hanging out with people, like, I always try to maintain happiness, and I know some people might disagree with, that philosophy or whatever, but it's what helping me. It keeps people from being like depressed and all that, because they're lonely or they don't have what they want. And I try not to focus on that stuff. Just focus on what's going to make me happy, and how am I going to get closer to the thing that I really want to do. That's all I got to focus on. That's all I got to focus on. That's why this year my goal is to become SAG. How do I do that? I just got to figure that part out, right? Doing everything I can in my power, every step along the way, trying to get to that goal. That's my goal, you know what I'm saying? And then, doing acting, doing films, doing projects. I can't do any projects for free now. All my projects have to be paid. So I only submit for paid gigs. And I've already gotten 2. So, I mean, it's just like figuring out what makes me happy and trying to get to there. And being happy trying to get there. Of course, you're not going to be happy all the time. I mean, that's impossible. But I try to always foresee the situation that I'm going to be in. You know what I'm saying? You can't predict everything, and things change. You'll never know what's going to happen. But I always try to avoid those situations. You know what I'm saying? I want to put myself in a situation where I'm stuck. That's where you don't want. That's where people become truly unhappy, right? You're in a 9-to-5. You're in a situation where you can't get out because of a choice that you thought the grass was going to be greener on this side, and it turned out not to be true. Or maybe you make the choice where you don't take that, and the grass was actually greener on that side. But you'll never know, because once you decide which path you take, you can't take the other one. It's one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Once you choose, you just gotta, I think you're doing the best. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a long second part. I'm gonna cut it here. Summary. I'm still, I hope I'm still in good relations with Opus Films. It seems like that's what it is. I hope I can continue to work with them moving forward. But I'm not an integral part of their team. And moving forward, you do need connections. You need people to make it in acting. I'm 100% aware of that. But I'm of a very, like, I don't want to sound like weird, but I'm a lone wolf type person. Like, I like doing things on my own. But I just prefer it because, it's, I don't have to, like, rely on anyone. It's all on me. It doesn't affect anyone. It only affects me. Whether or not I make it is based on my actions, and that's what I like. That's what I want to. That's what I want to do and where I want to be at. And yeah, I mean, I can expand on that in a different video because it's already got like 16 minutes of rambling. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Back in Vegas, I got that new acting class. We're gonna see what happens with the agent. I'll let you guys know. I try to be more active with the vlog. We'll see what happens. But I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm still working out, still training. The TV show for the end of this year is progressing. I asked for an update at the beginning of December. He said all the episodes are being written. He's waiting for a break so all the people that have been casted can all come together at a synced table time, time to like do the reading and everything. I think he's waiting for summer because a lot of people are in school, so college, or like they're finishing the last year of high school, whatever it is. But that's not guaranteed either. We're going to see what happens with that. I'm actually going to grow my hair out for that role. I don't know if it might not even come through. So, we'll see what happens with that. But that's progressing. I'm going to check in at the end of the month and see what happens. But yeah, man, things change. That's his life, right? Things change in life, and you just never know what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, I try to make the best decisions for myself. And that's what I do. I mean, regardless of what people think, I try to do what's best for me in terms of the path that I choose and everything like that. And I let my passion and happiness guide that. I'm not saying I'm not gonna let happiness get me to the point where I'm so like content where I don't pursue my dream. Because I always think about like, what if I just go back to IT and find a girl and settle down and live the American tradition and be. I would not be happy, man. I wouldn't be happy with that because it's like I never tried to be what I wanted to really be, So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to become what I really want to become, and I can always fall back on IT if I need to. I always got a way to make money and live and survive. So we're gonna see what happens. I'll check back in within a couple weeks or so. This is gonna be the end of this vlog. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in the next one.